Hello, welcome to the Client Catching Podcast. Today's episode, I guess for me personally, is a little bit bittersweet because I've hinted in a couple of the past episodes, the more recent episodes, that there's a bit of a change coming. So really today's episode is an announcement that this is actually the last ever episode of the Client Catching Podcast. And I say it's bittersweet because it's the end of an era. For me personally, for the show as well. However, it's sweet in the way that there is a change coming. It's not the end of the show. So if you've been listening for a while and you've enjoyed some of the things that have been going on with the show, thank you very much for listening, first of all. And second of all, there is an evolution coming. So it's Rest in Peace, the Client Catching Podcast, but it's hello and welcome to the B2B Growth Think Tank. Because the name of the show is changing and the format of the show is also changing. So I want to explain a little bit about why I've decided to do this and what's behind that decision. Because obviously, if you've been listening to the show for a while and you're used to a certain way of it being, I want to make sure that I bring you along on this journey and explain the reasons why I'm doing this. So essentially, I've got to a place where I love doing the podcast. I've always enjoyed doing the podcast. It's one of the best things I've ever decided to do from a personal and a business perspective, because I have, over 100 episodes now of the show. I have managed to interview some amazing people that I'm sure wouldn't have given me the time that they did invest with me without having this podcast. So for everyone that's been on the show, every guest that I've had, I'm truly, truly grateful for the generosity that they've shown me in terms of coming on the show and giving their time. I felt that there are a lot of shows out there that do something quite similar, and while we will still be featuring guests on the show, it is going to go a little bit of a different way, in that the way that I am thinking and the way that it's also evolving, the way that I'm taking my own business as well. I'm a massive believer in collaboration. I'm a big believer in partnerships in terms of something that can really move the needle for businesses. And I want the show to reflect that, because that's the direction I'm going with the business. And there is always a collaborative element with an interview show, but I want to take it further. I want to collaborate not just with the people on the show, but I want to collaborate with the people that are listening to the show as well. So what we're going to be doing is we're still going to be having guests on, and we're going to be talking growth strategies, ideas, insights into what's working for them in their businesses and that kind of thing. But the difference being is that we are actually going to collaborate and help another business owner, business leader out there by having them on what I'm basically referring to as a virtual hot seat. And that is where the guest and or guests, because I will be introducing more of a panel element to this, we will be brainstorming or masterminding actionable solutions to a specific challenge that the business owner has sent in and they're currently trying to solve in their business. So it is for me and the guest to actually have this person, as I say, on the virtual hot seat, because I say virtual because the person isn't there, so we're not able to ask qualifying questions and all that kind of thing. But what we're really trying to do is help each other. That's what we're trying to do. That's what I'm trying to sort of bring to this show. And I want it to become a repository of, I guess, real world solutions to actual challenges that people are facing in their business right now, because there will be people that listen in and they will hear themselves in a similar situation. And I want it to be a place where people can come and listen to basically people that have been doing this for a while. They have their own success, they have their own methods and way of doing with it. But it's not necessarily even going to be linked to the expertise that the guest has, because we all have experiences. We all have times where we've hit challenges and all the rest of it. And sometimes the best solutions don't always come from the place where you would always think, and the expertise and all that kind of thing. So that's where I'm going with it. And And really, I'm kind of thinking that the overall mission of the podcast is going to be pretty simple. It's going to really help to uncover one of the big questions that I guess every B2B service business leader, they are asking themselves a version of this question, which is something along the lines of, with so many things that need improving in my business, where should I be focusing my efforts right now to get maximum growth in the shortest possible time? Something along those lines. So that's what the ultimate big question that we're going to be thinking about as we go through all of these future episodes. But the difference being actually coming up with the solutions to some of the specific problems that could be the roadblocks for helping people achieve that. And so I'm asking listeners of the show to get in contact. Send me in your existing challenge. What's going on in your business right now? What challenge are you facing? If we, between I and the guests, could help you solve one specific challenge in your business, and if you could solve it, say in the next 90 days, would massively make an impact to you. Because I guarantee if you're facing that, other people are facing it too. So that's what I want to actually achieve with the show. And I have already recorded a few episodes in this new format, and I'm excited by it. I really am. Some of the things that have come out is just it's different to, I think, what has come historically on the podcast itself. But I don't think I've heard anything similar out there, and I know it's just going to get better the more that I get used to this new format, because it's a new one that I'm getting used to. And as we bring on more people and we address more subjects and topics and challenges and all that kind of thing, I'm so excited by it. And obviously, if you're going to be listening to this in the future, what I'm about to say is going to be a little less relevant. But what I am doing is I am actually putting on a live version of the new format of the podcast next Wednesday, which will be January 20th, which is 2021. So obviously, if you're in the future, you can probably go back and listen to how that went. And obviously right now, I don't know. But basically what I'm doing is I'm inviting on a number of past guests of the Client Catching podcast and running a 3-hour live stream where we're having 3 separate panels of 3 different guests. And we are basically answering some of these questions that are coming in. And it's going to be an interesting one. Anyone that's been following the show will have probably picked up that my thing around video and live and all that kind of thing, and I've had to sort of get over that. That's going to be interesting. But at the same time, I'm hosting an event with 9 other people, and I'm doing it live and all of the logistical stuff that goes with it. So yeah, I mean, I'd love you to turn up. You can watch it, hopefully succeed, but who knows, it could crash and burn. And if you have if you're listening in the future, you can obviously see how it went. But the guests that I've got coming on are going to be amazing. So one of the other things that we're doing, as well as the guests generously giving their time, we are also running a contest where some of the guests have also donated certain prizes. So again, if you're listening in the future, this isn't going to be relevant, but if you're catching this in time, make sure you check out what is going on with that, because you can go and find out the details at thinklikeafish.co.uk/think tank contest, and you'll see that there are a number of prizes up there that are truly amazing. There's signed books by some of the past guests, for example. There is I'm not going to give away who it is, you'll have to go and have a look, but there is an entire month's worth of content creation done for you services. There's access to online programs, and I also am putting up a prize of my upcoming Growth Accelerator program, which is I believe that is one heck of a prize. So anyone that wants to go and check that out, or if they haven't already, or if obviously this is in the future, it's not going to be relevant, but I just wanted to sort of let you know what was going on with that. And obviously that live event is another thing that's coming with the podcast. Will be live streamed in the new improved Facebook group. I say new and improved because I'm as fallible as anyone. I set up a Facebook group for this a little while ago and let it basically die. So I'll hold my hands up to that, but what I'm looking to do is really create that community element around it. and actually be able to take some of the conversations that we have on the podcast and take them into the group, and also and have that as a place where we generate a lot of the challenges. And it's not just necessarily the guests and I on the show itself, but it's a place where we all collaborate together. It's a place where, as I say, and maybe if I've repeated it a number of times, I believe that a rising tide lifts all ships. So that group is somewhere to come if you want to interact with some of the guests, if you want to interact with other people like you, business owners who sell B2B and services, and you believe that you can actually get more by helping others achieve. So that is what that group is about. We will be live streaming future episodes and interviews in there as well. So come and join us. It would be absolutely amazing to have you there. You can find that at thinklikeafish.co.uk/FB group. And again, link will be in the show notes. So there we go. That's the big announcement. That's the big reveal. And I hope that you'll join me on the journey to the new charted waters. So the fishing references will probably still be there. It's not necessarily in the title of the show anymore, but I've decided to sort of move a little bit, not 100% away from the whole fish stuff, but not everything being about fish, because it can get a little bit irritating, but there will be the odd reference dropped in. Don't worry if you like it. So there we go. Anyway, look out for the new format of the show, the new artwork, everything that's going to be on. In fact, you're probably looking at it right now, or you looked at it when you saw the the new one popped up, and you're like, what on earth is this? Who is this think tank? What is that? But that's who it is. That's who we are. So I hope you're excited. I really do. So check us out. Make sure if you're listening in time that you come and join us for the live event at the on the Facebook group, and make sure you enter the contest. Check out what the prizes are and everything that's on offer there at thinklikeafish.co.uk/think tank contest. And obviously in the future, you missed out, but I'm sure that we'll be running similar types of things in the future. So anyway, I just want to say a massive thank you if you've been listening for a while up until now. It's over 100 episodes. It's been an incredible honor to share what my guests have to offer, and I hope that I've managed to give you a few ideas that have actually helped you grow your business, that's helped you solve a few problems and challenges, and some of the guests have been able to inspire you to just to do things differently. So that's all I wanted to be able to do with the Client Catching podcast. So it's rest in peace, Client Catching podcast, but hello, B2B Growth Think Tank. And I hope that you are looking forward to it as much as I am. So thank you very much for listening. Please do also share this with anyone else that you feel would value this new type of format of a show that's something different to a pure interview show as well. So please share it with someone, and hopefully they'll thank you for it. But until the live launch and you'll start to see the episodes dropping in, just want to say thank you very much, and I will speak to you soon. Bye-bye.